just get to the steak and potatoes right quick, man.
I thought you'd never ask. You feel me?
Hey man, listen, man, we got Terrence Bud Crawford. I call him TC. We got
TC.
Terrence Bud Crawford
Yeah.
versus Saul Canelo
Yeah.
Alvarez.
I ain't going to
All
I ain't going nowhere far. I'm right here. I'm about to fix my TV.
right, all right, all right.
I can hear you though, bang. Talk your shit.
Hey man, listen, man. Listen, man. To the T. Crawford did everything I coached him to, I told him to do everything that he did, and he executed that game plan perfectly. Now, a lot of y'all might be new to this channel. Shout out to Sunchild. Appreciate the love, baby. We love the love.
Hit the
You know what I'm
like button.
saying?
Hit the
We
like button.
definitely love the love. Hit that like button on y'all way in here, man. So listen, if this y'all first time joining this show and coming to this dinner table, uh, I watched Greg Hackett coach in person in real life. You feel me? That boy, it was some of the smoothest shit I ever seen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even during adversity, bro. But I
Mm-hmm.
will say this: when it come to coaching from this couch,
Mm-hmm.
hey man, you looking at the best in the game, man. You looking at the best in the game, man. You feel me? Hey
He ain't
man, listen,
lying.
man.
He ain't lying. Talk to me,
Hey
bang.
man, hey man, you know why I fuck with Greg, bro, because he know I'm full of shit when I start talking about that coaching from the couch.
Hey, bang, but listen, you can't really say that though, because I heard you get. I've heard you game plan. I've heard you coach during the fight. You be on it. It ain't like you talking. I mean, you ain't talking complete bullshit because you be on it though. You calling that shit.
Right. Hey man, listen, man. I got plenty of lives, bro.
Hmm.
While I'm telling this game plan for what I'm telling Bud the game plan for what he need to do, bro. It's on the internet, bro. He
Hmm.
did everything I said to do except for fighting in that paint in them last couple of rounds, bro. I never coached him to do that. I never told him to do that. I didn't expect him to do that. But me knowing Bud, I should have known better. You feel me?
Yeah.
Uh, come to find out he can tolerate that power. Come
Yeah.
to find out he was looking stronger than Canelo. A lot of people might not remember this, but I asked this question on the live one time. I say, man, do you think Bud is stronger than Canelo?
Mm.
Like physically. I asked that question, bro.
Mm.
And I don't remember how the conversation went, but I remember asking that question. I'm thinking like, Canelo is strong. He is a strong puncher. He do got a strong chin. You feel me? Like he
Hmm.
got strong legs. He got good legs, terrible feet. You feel me?
Hmm.
Um, um, but come to find out, bro, watching that fight last night, bro, it looked like Crawford was stronger than that boy in every department.
Yeah.
Punching, upper body strength, all that, bro. Like he just looked like, bro. Canelo was just totally, completely outmatched, bro.
Yeah.
Outmatched. He was outmatched last night. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And and
Yeah.
I, and I figured it could, and I figured it could go like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I said, as long as he execute the game plan that we put together, he gonna
Yeah.
moonwalk his way to undisputed at 68. And damn
Yeah.
sure enough. He felt so comfortable in there. He laughed at Canelo when he started like really like getting his mojo up. He started
Yeah.
laughing at him. That's gonna look terrible on Canelo in them highlights and them replays, bro. That nigga was
Yeah.
having fun with Canelo, treating him. His old ass treated Canelo young ass like the kid he is.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Hmm.
So yeah, man. I don't know, man. Give me your takes on the fight, man. What you saw, Ronnie?
Hey yo. Hey yo. So, all right, I'm sitting here waiting for the fight. I fall asleep. You know how I do. You know how
Yeah.
I do. I
Right,
fall
right.
I fall asleep, right? So it's about 1:15. The door open up. My old lady, get your ass up. They fighting. I'm I'm like, oh shit. So All right. When I cut the fight on, they was in the 5th round. And I
Right.
started to watch it from the 5th. So I said, hold up, I'm tripping. Rewind this shit. So I ran it back, you know what I mean? And I watched it from the 1st round. I was on the
Right.
edge of my seat for 4 rounds straight
Right.
because in my mind is the things people are saying about, can Bud take his power?
Right.
Can Bud handle the pressure? What about when he go to Bud body? You know, like you said, is he stronger than Canelo? You know, all these
Right.
questions going through my mind. But
Right.
as I'm sitting there asking myself these questions, I'm watching Bud Crawford box the shit out of this motherfucker.
Right.
I'm talking
Right.
about I'm talking about a good fast jab, educated feet. He cutting corners like on a dime, like right on the dimes. Drop of a dime, he turning, he getting out of the way of big shots. And I'm like, okay, Bud doing his thing. So I'm gonna slow everything down. From the 1st round, what I realized, Bud did the same thing Mayweather did. He put the pressure on Canelo. He stepped to him, he met him at the middle, he popped the jab, and letting he was trying to let Canelo know, like, I'm here, bro. I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. For me, I'm like, all right, bud, you taking the risk now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't get too crazy. But as Canelo start dipping his shoulder and Canelo start giving you that look, Bud start inching back. So I'm like, all right, Bud on point. Bud not he not about to go out there and just do some dumbass shit. Like he just was trying to let him know that I'm here. What I
Right.
also realized early in these rounds, Canelo is a natural bully. He's been bullying his way through his career, probably like his last, like, I'm gonna say 20 fights. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? He been being a
Right.
bully. The reason I say that, he was throwing shots that he know didn't land, and he was looking for Crawford to be like kind of like bitching. But Crawford
Right.
wasn't giving it. Crawford wasn't giving that to him. I think like what you mentioned about Crawford laughing at him and sticking his tongue out and shit like that. I think that part of that was like the same as when you see a matador in front of a bull with that red flag, and they sitting there waving it and fucking with him and trying to egg him
Right.
on. I looked at that as that. Like Bud know he got him. He know it's not too much Canelo could do. And the reason I'm saying it's not too much Canelo could do, because Canelo is not a combination puncher. Canelo is trying to hit you with one big ass shot. And
Right.
if he buzz you off of that shot, then he gonna hit you again. Yeah. But
Right.
I kind of felt like Bud was comfortable because I know this guy only trying to hit me with one shot at a time. So I felt like
Right.
that made it for easier for Bud. Also, what I realized is Canelo Alvarez don't like southpaw fighters. He don't like that southpaw stance because he can't see that left hand. I don't know why he
Right.
can't see that left hand, but the reason I say he can't see is because Bud, I remember Bud double the jab and shot the left hand over top. It- yeah.
Hold on. You was kind of staticking. You know what I mean?
Can you hear me now?
Got you.
I'm straight.
You good.
All right, my dog. I was saying that I feel like Canelo don't like the southpaw stance because he can't see that left hand. You know what I'm saying? He coming in.
Right.
He even though Canelo got little slick moves, he coming in on a straight line. Meaning when he trying to get some money, he coming straight after you. He not playing. He
Right.
not trying to. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw Bud double that jab and loop that left hand and touch him with it, I'm like, hold up. It's too early to be getting shit like that off. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
kind of for it to be the first round. Me as a coach, I would get mad if my fighter got hit with like an overhand, and I'm calling it an overhand, but it wasn't really like an overhand where he was driving it, but he threw it. It's just how Bud throw it. So he doubled the jab and he looped the left hand and it caught him. So I'm like, hold up, it's too early to be getting hit with shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then I'm like, all right, maybe I'm like, and I wasn't doubting Bud, but maybe Canelo just don't he just ain't warmed up yet. You know what I'm saying? I want to
Right.
see what it's like when he warmed up. But as he start warming up, start going to the body and things like that, Bud was making him miss a lot. You know what I'm saying? Bud was
Right.
making him miss a lot of shots. And It was a few times he did hit Bud to the body with a right hand, things like that. Bud never reacted in a way that where he was worried. And I feel like that's where Canelo got worried because I
Right.
can't hurt this motherfucker. I'm hitting him
Right.
in his I'm hitting him in his hips. I'm hitting him in his I seen Canelo punch him in his ass one time. You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
hit the nigga in his ass cheek. He hit the motherfucker in his shoulder. He hit the motherfucker in his elbow. And Bud never act like he never been there before. He was comfortable through the whole experience. I think his composure, I think his level of confidence, I think his skill set, his defense is why that fight somewhat looked kind of easy. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Right.
want to say it. I don't want to say it was easy because it's still a fight and you got to think all the way through. But his athleticism, his skill set allow him to be in there with Canelo Alvarez and not just be in there with Canelo Alvarez. It allowed him to take over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Canelo, what I realized is Canelo is still a one-trick pony, but he's learned how to bullshit people. He learned how to manipulate you. You know what I mean? He learned how to manipulate your mind. You know what I'm saying? He used to, when he feint at guys, they jump all out the ring, they jump all
Right.
out the way. You know what I'm saying? Bud wasn't giving him none of that. Bud was just
Right.
giving him just enough room to think he was still in a fight. But the whole time, Bud was the dictator. And that's why, to me, that was a great performance, man. He was focused the entire fight. And the number one thing that I was impressed with, like you said, in them last few rounds, I ain't tell Bud to go in there and start mixing it up, but he did it anyway.
Right. Right. Right.
But but if you go back and watch, the whole time they mixing it up, Bud eyes is locked on Canelo. He never took his eyes off him. When Canelo
Right.
was loading up, going to his body, that motherfucker sat right there, caught the shots, boom, boom, and come right back, boom, 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 boom.
Right.
I'm like, ooh, wait. I'm like his level of focus, man. Like I ain't gonna say I ain't never seen nothing like that, but when I see shit like that, that let me know I'm dealing with a special fighter, bro. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
He definitely a special fighter for sure.
Yeah, he definitely the catch and shoot king for
Hmm.
shit show.
Hmm.
Catching and shooting is that boy special. That's that boy
Yeah,
specialty, man.
yeah.
That Marseille explain power is only what you imagine it to be.
All right, so appreciate you, Mar. So
Salute.
earlier, I think it was earlier today or maybe yesterday, I wrote that on Twitter, and
Right.
a lot of people was like, "What you mean, G? Like, what you talking about?" Some people get it, some people don't. This is what I mean. Power is only what you imagine it to be. If you haven't been hit by a guy and you basing it off of what you seen him do, meaning he hit other guys and he hurt them, or maybe you get the report back from those fighters that he fought and they like, yeah, that motherfucker hit hard. He hit hard. If he
Right.
haven't hit you hard, you shouldn't look at it that way. But the reason I said power is only what you imagine it to be is because if you imagine in your mind before even ever getting hit by that guy, if you imagine it in your mind that he hit hard, then every time he hit you, it's going to be harder than what you imagine. It's going to be
Right.
harder because you already telling yourself the shot is hard. Like this motherfucker hit
Hmm.
hard. Golly, like oh shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you ain't never even been hit by him. So I said that because I've been in the ring with a lot of guys, bro. I boxed a lot of people. And I even explained this to somebody in the gym the other day. I said, listen, I'm gonna say it again, and I know y'all heard this before. I have fought from 147 all the way up to heavyweight. The hardest I ever been hit is in the sparring session, and I got hit by a 135 pounder. That was the hardest I ever been hit in my life. You understand what I'm saying? So the power, I feel like is only enhanced by your mind telling you the shot is hard without you even
Right.
being hit by the shot. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I wrote that on X because I feel like guys be hyping up people power. Not saying Canelo don't punch hard, but what I'm saying
Right.
is if you condition like you supposed to, if you've been sparring the guys you supposed to spar, if you've been working the way you're supposed to work, then that power is not gonna be what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? But if you tell
Right.
yourself without being hit with one of them shots, if you tell yourself like, man, I know he hit hard, like, ooh, that shit looked like he just threw it hard, then yeah, you're gonna respond in a way like, you know what I'm saying? But it really might not have been that hard of a shot. And then
Right.
that's when you see guys bang after the fight. they down on themselves. You know why they down on themselves? Because they went in there and imagined some shit that wasn't real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Right.
if he really hit that hard, he would have a lot more one punch knockouts than he had. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's
Right.
why I wrote that.
You got Foreman and Ali.
Mm,
You got Mike Tyson and Holyfield.
mm,
You feel me?
yeah,
Like these, and I speak on those two fights because it's like, nigga, this big bad George. Once he hit Ali, he gonna break his jaw, break his ribs, break his face, and then kill him. It didn't happen
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
You got Holyfield against big bad Mike Tyson.
yeah,
Mike Tyson was actually too small for Holyfield.
yeah,
Holyfield fought Mike in the pocket the whole time. Both fights, he fought him in the pocket.
yeah,
I ain't scared of you, Mike. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah. He was getting
Shit,
weight.
Wilder and everybody after the Tyson Fury fights.
Yeah,
They ain't scared of you no more. We
yeah,
understand that power is real, but how real is it really when you
right,
hit me with it? It's real with them, but is it real with me though? You feel me?
right.
Like you gonna have to show me. You feel me? The Walkers, we love the love real quick. That Desperado ring walk with the guitar case was fire. Hey man, listen, man. He always do little subtle things, bro. When he came out against Spence, he didn't have nothing flashy going on. He just had a big ass fish net. Like he ready to go. Like this ain't we catching big fish. Ain't no fishing poles. That's a shark in the water. We need the big net. All he had was a net over his shoulder and on his shorts. I hear you.
Don't forget that prime chain.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's that Jake Paul business. Sponsored by the Paul brothers. You feel me? Hey,
I said,
hey,
where the
man.
fuck he get that chain from?
Right. He's involved. He's involved. Sad. But then he come out with this Desperado guitar case. You would think that he did the whole little Mexican. He had the mariachi concert up there. The dude who sang that song, he say he grew up with him. That's his
Yeah,
homeboy.
yeah, that was
You
crazy.
feel me? That's why I be saying, bro, when people want to keep this shit separated, blacks and Mexicans and all that, bro, Crawford got a Latino trainer, he got a Hispanic trainer, he got one of his best friends is in a fucking uh uh popular Mexican group or whatever. It's like,
Yeah,
bro, like, come on, bro, like this ain't about black and white, bro, and it's just about boxing, bro. We love our people, we love our race, but we're gonna keep it boxing. But that boy came out with that Desperado guitar case, bro. I said, bro, that's so subtle and so it speaks volumes. You feel me? But it's so
mhm.
quiet. It's a quiet object he brought out there. But if you know, you know. You got to understand the significance of a Desperado guitar case. It was
Yeah.
full of artillery. You
That's where the
understand what I'm
rounds was at.
saying?
That's where the heavy rounds was at.
Hey man, that boy come through that bit. Then he had the homeboy that came with the two guitar cases that shot through. Man, hey man, I liked it, man. I loved it. Richard Perez, we love the love, man. Appreciate the donation. In the sixth round, Canelo coach told Canelo to not get hit with the jab and to get in the pocket. Canelo responded and said, he keeps hitting me with it. Bud's
Mm,
jab kept disrupting Canelo's rhythm. Hey,
mm,
man, that was one of the main points that I told Bud in the keys to victory.
mm,
Fighting southpaw so you can have your strong hand in the front. That right hand is stronger than that left hand, so he keep that strong punch in the front to offset him. All he got to do is time him coming in. Bow. Keep him offset with the jab. Bag up. Move around just a little bit. Stay behind that jab. Stay behind that jab. He get too close. Smother his work. Get up out of there. Counter with
mhm,
combinations. Get up out of there. Them was my instructions. That's exactly
mhm,
what he did. Work him out early in the first few rounds, like that first quarter, make them legs burn a little bit. Damn sure
mhm,
enough. By the time the third round came, that nigga Bud took a big leap to like the left or the right, and you seen Canelo do this here.
yep.
I
Yep.
say it's only the third round. He already frustrated and it looked like them legs burning already. They told me I was crazy. You got to go back and look at my TikToks. They told me I was crazy in them comments when I put together the game plan. They said this dude will never be a coach. They
Mm.
said he'd never be a coach with those instructions, and he
They was
did
talking about you.
exactly what I told. They were talking about the best. They
Mm.
talking about him. They weren't talking about me. They were talking about him.
Mm.
Listen, Greg, they was talking about him.
Mm.
Him tripping. This guy right here. They was
Mm.
tripping. I don't
Mm.
mean to toot my own horn, but toot toot.
Hey, Bang, hold on. Hit the train for me one more time. Hit the train for me.
Toot toot.
Hey, yo,
Hey
you an
man,
asshole. You an asshole, bro.
this what they don't know either.
Yeah,
Your last fight.
yeah,
Your last fight, I was coaching you from the couch on that one.
for
And you
sure.
did exactly what I was saying do. We can go back to that live and play that fight side by side with that live. I'm gonna say, Greg, do this, do that. And then all of a sudden, Greg does this and does that. The nigga moonwalked his way to a victory. I'm the
Mm.
best coach in the game.
Talk to him, Bang.
I don't think they hear me. Maybe I don't need to talk to them because I don't think they listening, man. The
Yeah,
Walkers, we love the love, boy. We love the
appreciate
love, boy.
appreciate the love for sure.
He let it be known it's gonna be a Mexican shootout, and that's exactly what he did, bro.
I like that.
He,
I like that.
I'm
Omaha,
telling you, bro.
Omaha
I'm-
style.
hey, man, you feel me?
Hey,
Like
Ben,
for
can I say
real, bro.
something? Can I say
Talk
something?
to me.
I
Talk
don't,
to me.
I don't, I don't think people understand this. What I'm getting ready to say, and we all
Talk
have
to me.
heard this. We all have heard this before. Think
Hmm.
about, think about a mother and their son.
Right,
Anytime you get in trouble, who come running first? Your mom.
mama.
Anytime you get hurt, who come running first? It be your mom.
Absolutely.
I have never heard of a woman paying kids in the neighborhood to beat her son ass. That
Right,
means,
right,
listen, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being dead serious. My mother had four sons. And the
right,
last thing she'd do is pay somebody to whoop her son ass. My mom used to
right,
fight. Mama, when we used to get jumped, and motherfuckers be trying to jump us and shit. My mom used to jump in
right,
that shit. You know what I'm saying?
right, right, right,
So, so
right.
we got to be talking about a bad motherfucker if your mom out here paying kids in the neighborhood to whoop your ass for her.
Fact.
Just so she could say to you, I told you.
Hey, you know, put your goddamn hands on my child.
You know what I'm saying? That's a
Hey
bad
man, yeah, nah.
motherfucker, man.
Yeah, yeah. He ain't have nothing but toughness growing up, bro. Like I mean, you gotta respect it, bro. Like, um, they bring up him getting shot in the head and driving himself to the hospital. That just really meant he didn't get shot in the head. He probably got grazed. So that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Um, it's just in him, bro. He was bred to be who he was, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that Canelo fight, bro, it just looked like it came easy. Now I will say this. The ring walk, he looked like he was himself. When
Mm-hmm.
he touched that mat, I seen that look of worry on his face. And Bo
Mm-hmm.
Mac. I could be wrong, but they didn't look like they usually look before a fight. You feel me? They had a little concern on their face. I seen them, they was a little concerned. You understand what I'm saying? Man, after that, like second, third round, you start seeing the comfort sink in. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? The
Mm-hmm.
comfort starts sneaking in. And then after a while, you see Bud laughing throughout the rounds, laughing on his way to the corner, laughing on the stool.
Mm-hmm.
Canelo sitting down. You know, when he fought, you know, when Canelo fought Charlo, he didn't sit down not one time. Nobody beats this version of Canelo. I
Mm-hmm.
wonder why. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But
Yeah.
and is it just me? Or did Canelo not look so wide last night? He didn't look so tankish, like Like, you know what I'm saying? He was still like Canelo, but he looked a little bit more. He looked a little more slender. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't want to put on too much weight in between. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like between the fight and the weigh-ins. You feel me? So I don't
yeah.
know. Is there? Did you notice that? Did you notice that? That is
I I noticed that. I noticed that, but I also understand it's because he knew Bud Crawford was going to test him mentally, not just physically. So he was
right,
going to have to able for him to be able to keep up. He knew he couldn't be too heavy. You know what I'm saying? When you fighting
right,
Berlanga, when you fighting guys like Berlanga, they naturally bigger than Bud. So he know that they gonna be big. So I gotta be
right,
big. You know what I'm saying? But I
right,
think for this
right,
fight, I think he was trying to be more on the speed side, but it still didn't work for him because Bud is naturally the quicker fighter, sharper fighter, and I think Canelo. I think people really don't realize how Canelo is not. He really not a 168 pounder. He not.
right, right,
He is the same size as Bud Crawford, and you could tell he's blown up by how he moved. It was a little
right.
sequence in the fight. It was a little sequence in the fight where Bud was in the corner and he circled out, and Canelo walked up on him like this. That's not natural.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? That's not
right,
nat-
right,
that's not nat-
right, right,
that's not natural movement. You walking up on somebody like, you know what I'm saying?
right, right.
Especially for a boxer. So, people, I don't know, people just don't get it though. They focus on the fact that he been at the weight class longer, which I understand, but what people don't understand is the time these guys have to get ready for these fights. The time that Bud Crawford had to get ready for this fight might be double the time than we actually knew about the fight. You understand what I'm trying to say? We hear about the fight 3 months out. He might have knew about the fight 6 months out. So
A
that
year
whole
ago.
time, yeah, maybe a year. So that whole time, he been preparing his body for this day. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And to me, that's why he just looked ready, man. He just looked focused. He was just locked in
right.
because he put his mind and body at a 168-pound pace. But remembering that I'm in there with a guy my size. He not a big old giant. He the same size as me. So we gonna get it in. And I told people, I said one of the issues for Canelo is going to be the fact that he's fighting somebody his size. Why is that an issue? Because the angle changes. When you're fighting bigger guys and they slow down quicker than a guy your size, it's going to be easier at some point because you the quicker fighter. Canelo, what people don't understand is with Canelo in there with Berlanga, Canelo in there with Jaime Munguia, Canelo in there with Kovalev, he's the quicker fighter. And the fact that he is strong and the fact that he is explosive, he was able to get the stoppages or at least knock him down. You know what I'm saying? Because he's quick enough to land some shit, but it's coming from a sturdy stance. So he do have some power, but at the same time, when you fighting a guy your size and he's a little bit quicker than you, and you've been fighting bigger guys, you're not gonna be as comfortable, as you are with the bigger guys. Canelo actually got used to fighting bigger guys.
Slower guys,
Yup.
bigger guys. You feel me?
Hey yo, you
Yeah.
think Turkey Al Sheik was worried about something last night?
As far as when it came to that fight,
No, I'm talking about personally. You know why I said that?
talk to me.
He had the transporter sitting with him last night. Did you peep that?
I seen that boy, old Jason Statham. I seen that boy. He had Mark and Mark over here. He had he had the transporter with him right here. You
Yeah.
feel me? Hey
Yeah.
man, it's going down, man. You feel me? Hey
that made
man,
me
hey man.
that made me feel like somebody was after Turkey. Like somebody talking about doing something to him. I gotta call my man.
Hey man, the last thing I ain't gonna lie. Last thing Got cheek worried about is a nigga fucking with him. That's the last.
Hey Ben, you might be right, cause at some point that nigga was falling asleep at the fight. This nigga was like,
Oh, he did?
he was getting comfortable. He was sitting there with his chin in. You know how old men do when you sit your
That's
chin
when
in your
you know.
chest?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
He
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 was
did
straight.
one he did one of my numbers last night.